All right, in this video, I am going to be showing you how to stand up a 2D drawing in two different ways. All right, so the first way is when you're drawing, you just add a little extra strip at the bottom of blank paper. So for this, I drew a little castle tower and I made a little strip of paper right at the bottom that I'm gonna fold over and turn into a tab that I can use to stand my paper up. So now it's kind of like that. And on this, I'm gonna use glue. So I'm gonna just do 1, 2, 3 little dots of glue, kind of wipe off some of that excess there. And then I'm gonna stand up my castle. So I'm gonna hold this down for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here's the thing about just standing paper up. Oop, see what just happened? When stuff is really tall, it can just fall over. So what we want to do is make a little paper strip that is going to hold it up. And I just like to do an accordion fold, which I fold a little piece of, like a little tab, and then I just fold that paper, that tab over and over, back and forth. So every time you make a new fold, the next fold is going to be in the opposite direction. And that's what gives us that accordion fold. All right, and now I have my strip, and I'm going to take my paper strip and I'm going to glue one end of my tab, and I'm going to now kind of prop up my tower, and I'm going to do it from this, sort of like from this angle so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to just sort of find a spot on the back of my tower. I think if I could get it to stand up from right here, it'd be really good. Now I'm going to just push that and hold that in place for about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to put a little piece of glue on this last strip. Do the same thing. But now that I've got my paper strip, I've got to sort of start figuring out, okay, where is this gonna, like if I just put it here, it's still gonna fall over. So I gotta figure out like where I can start pulling it, and the paper strip will actually hold my tower up where I want it to be. So about right here looks like the best spot for it. So I'm gonna just put that there, and then just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is my 2D, now 3D drawing. So the next way you can do this, because like what if you drew something and you cut it out and you're like, oh no, I didn't make a tab for my drawing. What should I do? You can make tabs. So I have this tab here. It's pretty thick actually, but that's okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold this tab in half. And now I'm going to put 3 little dots of glue on 1/2 of my paper tab that I just made. There we go. So there's my 3 glue dots. And now I am going to line this up, line the fold of my tab up with the bottom of my drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be pretty close. So again, with this liquid glue, I'm going to hold it down for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where my paper tab is now. I should have used a different color than yellow so you could actually see it, but what we're going to do is now glue the other half of the paper tab, 1, 2, 3, like so. I made a little triangle with mine because that's what happens when you use paper glue. And now I'm gonna just glue my other tower where I want it. All right, there we go. And of course, this tower is sort of having the same issue as this tower where it's so tall it's flopping over. So what I could do is take a little strip of paper. I'm gonna make this a little bit more even by cutting this side off. Make it a straight paper strip rather than a wonky one. And then I'm gonna fold my paper strip again into an accordion fold. I just like doing the accordion fold for these support strips because it looks cool. I think it looks really cool when you do some sort of cool fold with your paper strip that is holding up your drawing. All right, now it's ready to go. I'm gonna do my little single dot of glue. Oops. I'm gonna figure out, all right, where do I want, I think I'm gonna put my strip starting about in the middle of my drawing here again. And I'm gonna hold it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that I've got that strip attached, or that end attached to my tower, I'm gonna do one more dot of glue on the other end of my accordion fold strip. And I'm gonna figure out again, okay, where do I need to put this so it'll actually stand up? I think right about here looks good. And I'm gonna hold that down for 5 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there's my 2 towers. And now I can just keep adding all of these drawings that I wanna stand up. And I can have a really cool 2D, 3D playground when I'm done.